Angie, your hair is all on the floor.
I know.
Does it shape like your butt or your heart? Hello to all the hair besties in land. I'm super excited. Angie is back.
Hi.
Her hair has grown out quite a bit. Right, Angie?
Yeah, it's so long.
It's down to the what?
The booty hole.
To the booty hole. It's so long. Look at this. This is her natural hair color, and it just grew out to this perfect ombre color that you see here. That's the cool thing about like when you color it right with the right technique, it still looks so natural and the grow out is so beautiful. Don't you agree, Angie? So today, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna cut all your hair off?
Yeah, let's cut it all off.
Like
let's
how
go,
short?
Like super short. That much?
Above the nipple?
Yeah, above the nipple.
If I curl it, it's gonna be up to your neck. Is that okay?
Oh, that's true.
I'm a little bit nervous about that. I mean, maybe under the nipple?
Okay, maybe under the nipple. You're right. You're right.
So if I cut it right under the nipple and you curl it, it'll sit right above the boob,
okay.
Which I think is perfect because when you bounce like this, your hair gets to bounce on top of the boobage.
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Yeah, are you ready?
You're right.
Hand. Let's go. So we're just gonna do a cut straight across. I'm just gonna go a little bit lower just to be safe. Too late, can't turn back now. So what made you decide to cut your hair so much shorter than usual?
I don't know, I just kind of want to try something new.
Okay, we're just gonna cut it straight across because then we have no choice but to cut it even shorter when I layer your hair in. All right, let's layer it in and make it look decent because right now it looks a little lumpy. You ready? Okay. Have a seat, darling. Angie, your hair is all on the floor.
I know.
Does it shape like your butt or your heart? How do you feel so far?
I feel great. It's so light.
You got layers, and your color actually still looks really good.
I know.
Her hair is a natural level 2. As it gets out here, you can see it transitioned to a level 3 and to a level 4. And especially on her face, her hair is naturally a lot lighter. So as I swoop her hair and I turn, you can definitely see like some of these natural highlights that she has. So her face framing hair is about a level 4. Can you see that brown right in through there? This is all her natural hair color. I think a lot of people think that when they see Asian hair, they think everyone has black hair. Like Asian equals black hair, but that's not the case. Asian can range from level 1, level 2, level 3, 4. I've even seen Asian that have hair that's level 5. Like my cousin, he has the hair that's level 5. So it's pretty light. So in this case, I'm gonna highlight around Angie's face and then bring some of the highlights back up down through here because sometimes I don't highlight the hair underneath. I want to bring some of this up and then shadow it back down. I don't know what color I'm going to do, but Angie, how do you feel?
I feel good.
You don't care what I do?
I don't care.
You don't care? Just do me. Okay. When dealing with dark hair and you want to get the hair as light as possible, you got to turn to Big 9. There's nothing like it. Trust me. Don't argue with me. Just do it. Because anytime, I feel like people don't believe me, but you've seen the results. I've taken hair that's black as a black and turned it blonde as a blonde in one session. All right, so Big 9 cream lightener, here we go. The thing is, don't overmix. Just because she has long hair doesn't mean you should mix more, because what I find is if you mix too much and by the time you get to the top of her head and you start in the back, the lighteners sit in the bowl for way too long. Any lightener will eventually get weaker over time. So I rather remix fresh as I go because I want to keep the product fresh, because right when you first mix it, it's at its strongest strength of lifting power. All right, so I'm gonna mix 1 to 1/2 ratio. I know 40 volume developers sound scary, okay, but keep in mind that this is all off scalp. We're not applying 40 volume on the scalp. We're applying it away from the head. So if it's close to the head and you're weaving, do not ever use 40 volume. It's gonna overlift and gonna cause damage to the hair. So by dragging it further out and you're doing a back comb technique, the 40 is gonna behave almost more like a 30 volume. Okay, and when you use Olaplex, just use a little bit, okay? Don't get carried away. Like, oftentimes we try to put it all the way up to here. No, that's too much. All you need is a squirt, about that much. You see that? Just a squirtage. Less is more. Just make sure you guys can see it there. Just a little bit. Just make sure that when you want maximum lift, With Big 9, mix it 1 to 1/2 ratio. You have the option of mixing it 1 to 2 and you get a looser consistency. But remember, when you add more developer in to the lightener, and it goes across the board with any brand, that if you add more developer, you weaken the lift because developers are more acidic. So you pull down the alkalinity and all of a sudden your lift gets weaker. That's why I always measure. I feel like so many hair besties, sometimes, you know, I get DMs and it's like, oh, you know, you eyeball it. Do not eyeball measure, because if you don't measure it, you're not gonna get the perfect lift, and that's when you get the issue. Okay, so we are gonna section off her hair. So I'm gonna go from each side of her head, go into a point in the back of her head. This is gonna ensure you have almost like a little road map. You wanna know where you're going. And then I'm sectioning out the parietal section here. And this is very, very important because the hair in front of the parietal has a tendency of lightening a lot faster, like around here. You could clearly see her hair around her hairline is lighter. So keep this in mind. I have a choice of elevating 45, 90, or 180. For maximum diffusion, I'm gonna lift her hair up 180, back comb it down, bring it back down to 45, and back comb it right back up. This creates that maximum diffusion, right? And you can see that I don't over push the hair, because then you're gonna have a very, very hard time trying to pull out that back comb. You can see that creamy consistency in Big 9. And I'm gonna spoon it up from the edges because you wanna keep the bowl looking clean. Look how beautiful that product is. You wanna pack the product on the foil in the V formation so it mimics like a balayage but with foils. I'm gonna place the hair right on the foil here, and you can see it lays right on flat. And I'm just gonna paint with plenty of pressure onto the foil. And if you take notice, the hair doesn't get ropey. I lay it very, very flat to the foil. Don't take it too thick because you won't be able to penetrate. So you can see here, this is way too thick. That's too much hair. Angie does have quite a bit of hair. So yes, we will be, you know, it's gonna take a minute to foil all of this, but the result is gonna be so worth it. All right, so I finished foiling one side of Angie's hair here. As you can see, I let all the ends hang out a little bit, so you can see the lift is pretty light here. She got light pretty quick. So I'm just gonna over direct everything up. This is the last slice on top. I'm just gonna cushion that, push it down. Okay, and you can see how thin the slice is. I can see my hand right through it. But I always do one more push. And I push it all the way up as high as possible so I can get the highlights up as high as I can. Okay, you can see it's super fine. So this is where we are overlapping, but I'll feather it down. So even though I overlap, notice this foil, the hair here, because there's lots of little natural hair coming in between the highlights, I have no choice but to overlap it, otherwise I'll get orange streaks down here. So I'm just gonna cover that up right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this up. So maybe 30 minutes in, I'm just gonna peel out the bottom of the foil and let the rest process for another 30 minutes and let the ends hang out. And if I need to wipe it so it doesn't get damaged and over processed, that's what I'll do. But that's how I get the ends to pop. And you could always mix two formulas. You could mix like 40, 20, or 40 volume, 10 volume, depending on the porosity. So her hair is pretty strong, so she could handle quite a bit. And remember, we also added Olaplex into the formula. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the foils and hope for the best here. And hopefully everything is even. Whoa, look at that even lift, right? This is perfect. So to me, it looks like she lifted to a level 9, which is great. This is my favorite part. It's when you pull out, because you get to see the blonde results. Now we're gonna shampoo this first, and then we're gonna put the express toner on afterwards. Her ends are about level 10, and through the mids, there's a little bit of a 9, which is fine because her ends were a little bit lighter to begin with, so this is perfect. So what I like to do is I take my Hero Collagen Repair Spray and kind of just mist it right in those areas, right there, just to create a nice little barrier so it softens that hair, protects it while we're toning the hair so it doesn't over deposit in those areas as much, because sometimes when the hair is too white in those areas, when you tone, that part over absorb the color. So I went ahead and decided to do titanium. So the Titanium Express Toner has a gray violet base. So on hair that is at a level 9, it's gonna look a lot more silvery, and on the hairs that are a little bit more whiter, like some parts that could be more like a level 10, it could look a little bit more on the iridescent violet. You could always add crystal clear to sheer it out, but in this case, I want to use full concentration. I'm just gonna move along it really fast and just kind of pour the Titanium Express Toner right onto the hair. Just massage it through because I just want to get the product onto the hair and just neutralize as much of that warmth as I can, right? It's gonna be beautiful. I love the Express Toners because you could tone the hair in under 5 minutes. All right, we are back with Angie, and this is after we toned her with the Express Toner Titanium over her level 9 hair. So this is beautiful, but I like to clean it up, balance it out. And the reason why I prefer dry toning is because you get to color melt multiple formulas. You have more control of how you want your combination of, custom colors. So take a look here. I want to blur away any of the harsh line because her hair is naturally dark. And then all of a sudden, if there's no shadow root here, there isn't gonna be that blend I want. Hey, some people like this quick Express Toner type of look. That's not my thing, but hey, if that's what you like, that's cool. You guys know, like, I like clean canvas. I like everything to be perfect. And because of the situation here, I like to create a dimension and a situation out of it. And I'm gonna mix a shallow routage. So this is our Formula 1 for her routage. I am gonna need 6SS. 6SS is gonna be our best friend. It's gonna create the perfect merge between her natural hair color and where the highlight starts. And the cool thing is over time, as it fades, it just blends together. It creates like a perfect mid-tone. So I'm gonna play with 6IG. I love 6IG because it creates like the perfect shadow routage. Okay, a lot of people I see on Facebook always tell me, why is it looking pink? Don't worry. It's an oxidative color, it's demi. It's not scary. 6IG is gonna be your best friend. I love 6IG. So if you have not used 6IG, use it. It's perfect shadow routage. So we got 5 grams of Eclipse, and I'm just gonna do 10 grams of Misty Mauve. And that's gonna be her shadow routage, okay? So we got 6 volume here. Oh, what's so funny? You like watching me just playing around, huh? I am just gonna mix as I go. So this is Formula 1. This is gonna go straight on her routage to merge her natural hair color with her highlights that starts, because we need a transition tone. The color has to have enough depth so that way you can merge the color together so it looks more blended. For me, the more color I pack on, the longer it lasts. I'm always about longevity in color, and I'm a huge fan of seeing tone. And I'll be right back with the second formula after I finish applying this first one. All right, so my second formula is gonna be 9IG, which is level 9 Ice Gold. All right, so I'm gonna squeeze in 9IG Ice Gold. I'm gonna use a full tube. Angie has a lot of hair. So I like the Ice Gold formula because it has like the perfect blonde tone. I'm gonna use full concentration with no crystal clear, and I'm gonna squeeze in some 8SS Silver Smoke because I want it to be on the cool side, but I don't really want her hair to look silver. I want it to look almost like taupey. And let's make it fun. I'm gonna squeeze in some Misty Mauve as well. I just want to make things extra fun. Let's squeeze in Shadow Ash 9 in the formula too, because we can. We have all these options. Why not mix them and have fun with the color, right? That's the whole point. The whole point is that we're professional hairstylists. We're able to custom color things. I feel like, sure, you could pull things off the shelf and just like grab the tube and here you go. But I think as being a professional hairstylist and an artist, you're able to custom colors, and you guys get to watch me do it and see how awesome the color looks on Angie's hair after. All right, so now we're going in with Formula 2, and I'm just gonna apply it through the mids. All right, so I'm just gonna apply this through the mids, and take notice it's on dry hair. And think about when you apply anything on damp hair, water dilutes the dye molecule, so the color is more diluted, and colors don't last as long when you do that. That's why for me, as a colorist specialist, I like to have everything on dry because I get to place I like to put everything on dry hair so I get to place the color where I want it. All right, we're gonna let this apply this, and then I'm gonna add clear to the formula, run it through her ends, and then let her process for 25 minutes, and we'll be back. So I am down to my third formula right now. I added 30 grams of crystal clear, and then added additional developer in. That's very, very important to add developer in when you add crystal clear. I find that oftentimes we just add crystal clear and we forget to add the developer in to our remaining formula. So remember to always add the developer in when you add crystal clear to the remaining formula, because you want to make sure that you get the right consistency and the right results, right? I'm just going to go ahead and apply the third formula right over that second formula and just melt it down. And then just let her process for 25 minutes, and that is it. All right, guys, so I'm rinsing out her color right now, and it's so pretty. It's hard to tell because when hair is wet, it looks darker, but you can see the tone. Look at that color. Oh, it's like mystical. So I'm gonna use the My Hero Collagen Repair System. I'm gonna start off with Olaplex first. I'm gonna use Olaplex 2 to close the cuticle to her hair because it has a pH of 3.5. So it's gonna make sure we lock in the color, repair her hair from everything she's gone through. And then I'm gonna shampoo her hair with My Hero shampoo. We are gonna use X1. This is My Hero shampoo. Okay, I'm just gonna do a few pumps. She does have a lot of hair, so I have to use quite a bit here. Look at that, I love this consistency. So it brings clarity to the hair. It's also color safe. So I rinse out the shampoo to her hair, and now I'm gonna apply X2, My Hero Collagen Repair Cuticle Sealer and Hair Softener. It really, really softens up your hair. So I love it because I get to spray it all over the hair. It spreads, it gives your clients a good experience just because the way you apply the product is so unique and different than everything else, and it smells so good. All right, so X3, you're gonna apply X3 right over the top of X2. Okay, and this is the internal repair. So you get to see here, you're gonna squirt it out. This reconstructs your hair internally, and I'm just gonna apply it right over the X2. And you could feel the hair get softer right away. So we're gonna go in with X4, External Reconstructor. I can't wait to blow dry your hair to see this color. It's gonna look so beautiful. We're back from the shampoo bowl. I'm gonna spray My Quick Blow. So this is a blow dry spray. It's a heat protection spray, and it decreases blow dry time. It's a lifesaver, trust me. Just kind of mist it throughout the whole entire head while it's damp, and you'll see that your blow dry time will be decreased. Oh my God, look at the color. It's so pretty. Just get in there. Look at that, even when it's wet. All right, guys, we're gonna spin her around. Here we go. Okay, we haven't curled it or styled it yet. We just blow dry her hair. But take a look. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, guys. Angie, tell me how you feel.
I feel amazing.
Do you like it?
As usual, yes.
It's an indescribable color, am I right?
Yeah, I really have no words for it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, girl. Anytime. I love this color because it's like, it doesn't look gray, right? It doesn't look lavender, it doesn't look mauve. So it's kind of like, okay, what is it? Again, I was like, it's kind of taupey. There's no words. So I kind of put it in that mushroom brawn category, if you will, because it's not like brown, but it's not like super blonde. It's kind of in between. So it gives like that perfect color that complements her skin tone. Look how seamless that is. See that? So now I'm gonna protect her color and style by using my Defender Heat Protection Spray. So I'm gonna use a 1 1/4 inch iron. Okay, I prefer to use something that's pretty long. So here we go. This is the iron I'm using. It's 1 1/4 inch. Okay, so it's pretty long because she has really long hair. I'm gonna start on this side of Angie's face. And I'm gonna give her like a textured kind of curl. I don't want it to look too done. So I'm gonna spray my Defender, and this is the key here to create those seamless tousle curls. And I stretch the curls towards me. So you want to over direct it towards you, right? And then you swipe out. So we're gonna do another one right behind that, and I'm gonna alternate at this point. So back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. And that way you get that disheveled look. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. And then we will be done. Okay, all right, so now that I'm done curling Angie's hair, I'm gonna use my fingers and kind of just rake through the curls. Oh my God, look how pretty that color is. It just pops now. All right, guys, thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and Angie as well. I'll provide her link below. And go on mydanicolor.com because you can get all the colors that I use in this video and all the products I use as well. And download my new album, More to Me. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Play, anywhere you consume music. I'm so proud of it, and I work really hard on my music, so please check it out. And I hope you like the color. Leave comments below and tell me what you think, okay? Thumbs up. Love you guys. Subscribe, okay? Promise? Okay, bye.
Tonight I wanna fight you. I might not like you, but we can make up. I love it when we make up. Let's make love.